What's up, YouTube? We have no cringy intros today. Sorry for everybody who enjoys those cringy intros, those musical intros, everything like that. But I do have to spend this intro telling you guys, thank you so much. I'm about to hit 600 subs. I gotta say shout out to everybody out there that's supporting me. Shout out to my new subs, shout out to my old subs, shout out to my day ones. I really appreciate you guys. I can't tell you guys that enough. Once Team of the Season comes out, I will be doing some giveaways. I'll let you guys know more about that in future videos. If you do want to find out the latest as to what's going to go on with those giveaways, or the latest as to what reviews I'm going to be doing, or the latest as to what's going on with this channel or with my YouTube and all that, you got to follow my Twitter at @OneStarWeakfoot. And once again, subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much. Here's your video. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, One Star Weakfoot, and we're back for another player review, and today we're gonna review the 93 Gullit. This might be one of the best cards in the game, no matter what Team of the Season comes out, no matter which Team of the Year card comes out. We're going to always come back to this card as being one of the contenders for one of the best cards of the game. So let's look at his stats a little closer. He's 6'3". He got high medium work rates. He's 5-star weak foot, so he does not have a weak foot effectively, and he has 4-star skill moves. I played 10 weekend league games with him. I got 4 goals and I got 2 assists. And speaking of weekend league, I am currently 18-4 as of this episode, which means I got 18 wins, I got 4 losses, but more importantly, this means I actually have a chance at hitting elite for the first time this year. Once again, smash the like button if you are enjoying this content. Smash the like button if you think I can hit elite. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. So, let's look at the stats just a little bit closer. He got 86 pace, which at this stage of FIFA, it's pretty decent. There's a lot of midfielders who have this kind of pace, so it's no longer extraordinary, but it's not bad. 86 pace. He got 91 shooting. You can't complain about any of these shooting stats at all, especially considering he does have the 5-star weak foot. His passing is really amazing, honestly. He has the passing of a cam. His dribbling for a 6'3" guy is actually insane. 95 reactions, 89 dribbling, and 92 ball control are the standout stats. He only has 78 agility, but he's Gullit. I do not think it's going to let him down whatsoever. His defending is also solid. I mean, 81 interceptions, 82 stand tackling. The other stats, 79 marking and 77 slide tackling, don't look like that much on paper, but he's Gullit. He's 6'3". He has his own special body type, so it's probably going to be better in game. His physical stats are all mental. 86 jumping on a 6'3" guy means he's unbeatable in the air, really. He has 95 stamina, so he doesn't need the sub, and he has 89 strength. Before we jump into the gameplay, though, you might be wondering which position I did play him in. I did play him at CM in a 4-3-3-2, which is the second variation of the 4-3-3 with the 2 CMs in it. I feel like this is probably his best position, but you guys already know you can play Gullit at any position. You could even play him at center back. He could probably even do a job at goalkeeper. It really doesn't matter where you play him. He's probably going to do a job for you. So yeah, let's jump into the gameplay. I'm going to be right back. All right, so according to Footbin, this card's going to cost you 3.73 million untradeable to complete the SBC. Is he worth that money? I mean, I would say yes and I would say no. I would say yes because he is one of the best players on this game. He is a player that you can't really replace with other players on this game. So if you do want to have the best possible team, then yes, he is worth the money. However, if you're not rich, if you don't have the best possible team or one of the best possible teams on FIFA, you could probably spend your 3.7 million elsewhere and probably improve your team in other areas. But yeah, let me do the review real quick. So, he got 86 pace. He definitely has enough pace to play in the midfield, to play in the cam position, to play in the striker position. The only place I feel like his pace would let him down is if you do want to play him at wide cam. But I feel like playing wide cam with him is a waste of time. Shooting wise, his shooting is insane. All right. His attack positioning is definitely A1. His shot power 96 is definitely noticeable. All of his shots were like bullets. His finishing is 89. And I'm going to say only 89 because all his stats are really good. But he has a 5-star weak foot. He finishes everything he's supposed to finish in the box. outside the box. I would rate his shooting at a 9 out of 10. His passing. I would say his passing is another thing that's very special about this card. It's very rare you get a big player like him with a 5-star weak foot, with the passing ability of a Cam. And it's just special, honestly. I can't really complain about his passing at all. I would have to rate it a 9.5 out of 10. Everything he's passing is going on target. He has a nice through ball to him. He has a nice cross on him. I mean, he really has no weaknesses as far as passing. Dribbling. I would say his dribbling is, for a big man, one of the best on this game. Now, he does feel clunky at times, which is to be expected for somebody that's 6'3". But if you ask me, who's the smoothest dribbler that's over 6'3" or higher? He's going to be the guy. He dribbles better than Pogba in game. He dribbles better than Socrates in game. He dribbles better than anybody that height. And that's exactly what you want out of this player. You want him because he could shoot, he could pass, he could dribble, he could defend, and he's still bigger and faster than most players on this game. So if you know what to expect with this guy, if you're not going to be trying to do dribbles like Neymar or anything like that, then you'll really enjoy this card. He does have a way of gliding past defenders despite his size. He has very good ball control, which is noticeable. And I think if you put an engine chem style, a sniper chem style, a guardian chem style, something that's going to really up his agility and balance, that's the best way to go. I would rate his dribbling at a 9 out of 10. You got to consider his height and his physical combo when taking his dribbling into consideration. And yeah, his defending. I would say his defending is a pleasant surprise, all right? So he only has 82 defending. So you would think that he's not the best defender. He's just a very decent defender. Well, you're wrong, all right? His defending is amazing. His tackles are very accurate. He pushes people off the ball without getting called for a foul. He gets interceptions in that you would expect Vieira to put in. His defending makes him one of the best midfielders on this game because he can shoot. He could pass, he could dribble, and he could defend like Vieira. There is literally nothing he can't do. I would rate his defending at a 9 out of 10. Forget the stats. In game, he's a monster. Physically, you gotta rate him a 10 out of 10. He has his own his own body type. He's huge in game. All right, that helps him with every aspect of his game because he could hold off defenders. He'll knock offensive players off the ball. He could out jump anybody, and he doesn't get tired. All right, so his physical does have to be a 10 out of 10. So you might be asking me, what would I rate this card? All right, I would have to rate this card. Yeah, I have to go ahead and say this is a 9.75 out of 10. This is the closest to a perfect card you can get on this FIFA. However, I do think his best position is CM or CDM. Or even Cam. I think you have to play him in the midfield. If you play him at striker, I feel like it's a bit of a waste because you're going to have all these defensive stats, all these physical stats, and you're only going to be using them offensively. I do feel it's kind of wasteful to play him at CDM because you have all these offensive stats, all these passing stats, which could be utilized further up the field. So personally, I think that you should use him at CM if your formation does have a CM because he's basically the prototype for the best possible CM you could get on this game. You could put him in any position and he'll do a job for you. So yeah, this 93 Gullit card is the kind of card that's not going to get phased out by team of the season, by team of the years at all. I mean, last year I did his 93 SBC and he was in my team all year. I tried a bunch of team of the years, team of the seasons, and none of them really could hold a candle to what he provides in your midfield. He will absolutely boss your midfield on both ends of the field. Like, I really don't have the words to stress how good this card is in game. To give you a better idea about how good this Gullit card is, I'm going to compare him to 91 Prime Bollock because I did use them side by side when I was doing this review. So, as far as pace, you already know Gullit is much faster. And it's not only because he has +4 pace, it's also because he's much more agile. His agility, I think, is like +10 on what Bollock has, and it's definitely noticeable. So when it comes to turning, when it comes to shifting with the ball, when it comes to chasing down offensive players, Gullit is definitely faster in game. Shooting-wise, it's actually pretty close because Bollock has one of the best finishes I've really used on a midfielder. But the fact that Gullit does have the 5-star weak foot does put him over the top. He gives him the edge. I got to go Gullit with that one. But Bollock is not far behind. Passing-wise, I got to say it's a draw. Both of them have very similar passing stats. I do not notice the difference between both of their passing at all in game. Dribbling wise, I got to give it to Gullit. I mean, of course, Gullit is going to feel a lot better on the ball. They both have the 4-star skill moves, which they could utilize, but Gullit is much harder to dispossess. Ballack, especially in slow gameplay, can get dispossessed because he is a little slow to turn. He can hit the ball a little bit further ahead of him than you'd like, and he doesn't seem to have the pace all the time or the agility to catch up to it. So you got to go Gullit in this situation. Defending wise, it's very close, honestly. I would have to go Gullit, barely. I think the fact that Gullit is a little bit bigger, he has a little bit more strength to him, he has a little bit more aggression to him. I think that really puts him over the edge as far as being a defender, as well as the fact he has more pace to track back. He has more agility to really keep up with the more agile players. I gotta go Gullit here, but it's not really a big difference. Ballack is an amazing defender as well on this game. Physical-wise, you do have to go Gullit, all right? Both of them are big. Both of them are strong. Both of them are very good in the air, but where Gullit really shines over the prime Ballack is his stamina, all right? Ballack does get tired if you use him roughly, and you want to go into extra time. I do notice that I do need to sub out this Ballack card, but Gullit never needs a sub. He will never get tired no matter how hard you use him, and that's just another plus that you get by playing this premium to do this SBC. So, would I say Gullit is a better card than Ballack? I would say, of course, he is a better card, but he's pretty much almost triple the price of Ballack. So if you do want a budget version of Gullit, I will go Ballack. He's the closest thing I've used on this game to Gullit at a decent price. And if you can afford to, you know, like, improve your team in other areas, I would go Ballack over Gullit. However, if you already have an amazing team, then Gullit, you know, you got to go Gullit over Ballack. So yeah, that's going to be my Gullit review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. But until then, later.